My hand is broken. Mtoto huyu mkulima. Mbele ya uso wangu. Get that farmer out of my sight.
Listen, I'm Dr. Garrigan. I work at the medical compound in McAvoy. I'm a doctor.
You are British.
Well, I'm Scottish. Yeah, I'm Scottish.
Scottish?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so?
They sent me the script and just said, would you like to read it? And I read it, and I strangely, controversially, didn't like it very much. I liked the character of Amin, and I liked the structure of the story, but I didn't like the fact that my character was a little bit too good, and a little bit too much of a hero. At the end of the film, it was kind of like, oh my God, thank God he's got away, and it shouldn't be that, really. You should be, when he gets away, you should be worried that actually should he not be executed for what he's done. You know what I mean? He gets away, but actually he's done a lot of bad things, and he's selfish and vain and arrogant. He's not an evil person, but he's created a lot of destruction, you know.
I want you to tell me what to do.
You want me to tell you what to do?
Yes, you are my advisor. You are the only one I can trust in here. You should have told me not to throw the Asians out in the first place.
There's a lot of people in Uganda who despise him and think he's a monster, and for that, I'm not going to argue with them. But the large portion of people seem to be somewhere in the middle. Seem to be confused by him. He did good things for a lot of people. He did a hell of a lot of terrible things. It's strange talking to some Ugandan people and their stories about him. They go, oh, the time he came to my village and he did this, and he changed all the names of the lakes from the imperial names of Victoria and Albert, and he changed them back to the African names, and it was hilarious. And we did this, and he turned up in a kilt, and it was and then he killed my uncle, and then he did, and literally that on a penny, you know what I mean? And that's, I find that really, really representative of the way that he's viewed in Uganda. There's a lot of confusion about him. I mean, it's what he did. He wrong-footed you all the time. You'd never know where you stood with him. I mean, you'd never know whether he was joking or telling the truth. So I think as a result, we don't have a very clear picture of who he really was. All we know is that he could have been all of the things. He might have been any one of the things that he put out there.
I have created the Save Britain Fund. We Ugandans, we like to help our friends. So, the Ugandans have got together and saved 3 tons of food and the vegetables for their friends in England. Because they are having economic difficulties, let me assure you here.
I had an amazing experience there, and I take away memories of generosity and a kind of, I don't know, this forgiveness, the spirit of forgiveness that there seems to be in a lot of people in Uganda as well. You know what I mean? There's this willingness to forgive people for things. A lot of the tribes in Uganda said, because Amin only died in 2003, but he was banished from any UN country, and not UN country, any NATO country. Was it UN or NATO country? I don't know. And Uganda, he couldn't return to Uganda or he'd be arrested for war crimes, so he stayed in Jordan. But a lot of tribes in Uganda wanted him back to forgive him and let him live his life. Not to make him president again or anything like that, but he'd go through rituals, he'd eat with a lot of the families that he had murdered someone from or anything like that, and he would be accepted back. And I just think that's amazing. I think it's an amazing ideal, you know. Whether it would work or not, I don't know. Whether he'd be assassinated in his first couple of weeks back, who knows. But that somebody's willing to even put that notion out there in the world is incredible. So that's the kind of thing that I take away from Uganda.
You have grossly offended your father.